It's college basketball here on SNY. All the action presented by Connecticut Lighting Centers and Restoration Lighting Gallery Centers. So much more than just a lighting store. Tonight's the first all-time meeting between UConn and Drexel. Rob Rourke, Garrick Shannon are officials tonight. UConn in the home white, Drexel in their visiting blue, and UConn controls the opening tip. This is Tyler Polley putting it on the deck. Floater won't go down. And there's Vitale from three. Good start for Christian Vitale.
The ball, 6'9", 223 pounds, plays on the outside, can make shots, but also can drive and dish.
Jalen Adams aggressive right to the goal. Gilbert, fade away.
Be your leader and best player.
Gilbert trying to knife his way inside, spotting Terrence Smith right down the lane, and Terrence Smith finishes so far here. Early stages, UConn and Drexel, first ever meeting between these two schools. Jalen Adams all the way to the rack. Terrence Smith all the way to the basket, draws contact.
You can see right there, his defense has a long way to go.
Smith again all the way to the goal, off the window and in. Jalen Adams being guarded by Troy Harper, working around the Yaqua screen. Pulling up, 15-footer. Demir's got 4 points now, coming in averaging just a little bit over 15 per game. Adams protecting, driving all the way to the basket. Yaqua, baby hook shot, very soft. Now a little bit out of control, and there's Jalen Adams active right back to make the steal, and Circus shot won't go. Big man Carlton just into the game, and he does. 6 points now for Troy Harper. Carlton, very good position. Nice entry pass by Jalen Adams. There's Terrence Smith into the passing lane. UConn has numbers. Smith exploding to the bucket. Gets it to go. Nice feed inside, and boy, Sidney Wilson coming from the weak side to get the rejection. Josh Carlton cannot finish, but there's Sidney Wilson, and he loves it. Sidney Wilson getting from one end to the other, to the delight of his teammates. And that's what Sidney Wilson, that athleticism, that's what he brings to Connecticut.
Well, it's really not like football where there's two sides of the ball. When you say you're a two-way player, I'd rather say you're a complete player. And Sidney Wilson was a complete player on this possession. First, the over-the-top rejection, and then the follow back right on their heads.
Yaqua and Sidney Wilson on the floor for UConn. Adams, bounce pass, Yaqua finishing. Beautiful two-man game right there. About a minute and a half to go here in this first half at the XL Center in Hartford. Terrence Smith spotting Gilbert in the corner, and out to Reed. Gilbert buries the three. We're underway second half here at the XL Center. This is Vitale inside. Jalen Adams, good way to start this second half for UConn. Stages second half. Jalen Adams spotting Vitale.
Off the pick and roll. Jalen Adams read the play perfectly.
Vitale might have gotten away with one, but UConn goes back the other way. There's Gilbert, the pull-up three. Yaqua and Sidney Wilson. And there's Carlton again coming from the weak side.
He's a good-looking freshman. Just a surprise with Kirk Lee out with the injury. Winter's really come alive.
There's the big man, Josh Carlton. Great footwork. At 49% on the season. Has just not had a lot of opportunities, as you mentioned, off the double team. It's Carlton to Polley. Second half. Jalen Adams, man, Jalen Adams looks like a very different player so far tonight. Called out relatively publicly by his head coach. Christian Vitale, man, he is such a tremendous rebounder out of the guard position. Terrence Smith giving it back for Polley. The three from straight away, and Tyler Polley. Terrence Smith. Vitale with a hand in his face and still gets it to go down.
It's a little much at times. You just want consistency.
Out of bounds, going to go back over to UConn.
Nice little creating a little space, taking his time once again.
Quickly back for UConn. Circling, spotting Gilbert. Boy, that's a beautiful Euro step. And the little floater from Al Tariq Gilbert.
Gilbert sometimes rushes things, but tonight he has been taking his time, creating a little space off the bounce, and feeling confident offensively.
Goes up. Yahweh keeps it alive. Very active. Tyler Polley off the feed from Terrence Smith, and Tyler Polley filling it up from beyond the arc. Jalen Adams, pull up in the lane. Jalen Adams working behind the Yahweh screen, pulls up from 20, and that is pure.
You're saying there's a chance. There's a movie.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the Farrelly brothers. Always come up, no matter where you are.
Here's Christian Vitale, head of screen, going to the left hand. As a whole, they're shooting 62% on the night.
Well, Christian Vitale slowly but surely has become a player that's just not.
But when you have a top lead assistant like Tom Wood, that can pay huge dividends. And there's Terrence Smith using that strong body.
And everything else will fall into place. But I think UConn can play with Villanova because
Connecticut is John. The deep three won't go down. Here comes Terrence Smith out of the break, rising up. The two-hand stuff. I should say the left-hand stuff by Terrence Smith.
Well, every shot has been high percentage for him, and not forcing things from the outside. I mean, he really doesn't.
So first ever meeting between these two schools. And the win goes to the Huskies as the Dragons, they fall to 6-6 on the year.